Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of the Mining Speculator. I'm here today with President and CEO Brian Fowler at the Toronto Metals Investor Forum. Brian, welcome to the interview.
Great to be here, Greg. Thank you.
Yeah, we had a good panel. I liked all the companies on the panel. You were one of them. And one of our other panelists in the question and answer made a great comment. I thought that we should start out with. It was a good analog about, the splay. It's part of the story now that this geological splay that you've kind of found, and it has ear markings of the Kirkland Lake Gold Camp. So this is why this is exciting, and I thought it was a great point. Why don't you explain that to the listeners?
Yeah, certainly. Miller Gold Property is 18 kilometers southeast of Kirkland Lake. It's situated on mineralization on the camp. There's like over 40 million ounces that have been produced over the years. And it's most mineralization is along the Cadillac or the Larder Lake Break. And it's a first order structure, and the Miller property is to the south, and it's on what's called the Catherine Fault, which is a splay off of that, and it's also a first order structure. So it's very, very important, and I think it's one of the main reasons that the style of mineralization, even though we're not on the main break in Kirkland Lake, but it's channeling the same fluids from that have formed the Kirkland deposits. So we got the same rock types, we got the same age of rocks, we got the same style of mineralization of gold telluride, which is very typical for the Kirkland camp. So no, I don't think we need to be the testament and the results that we're getting right now on the Miller, particularly the Allied Gold Zone, shows that we don't need to be. We got the right signature and the right style of mineralization, and we're 18 kilometers off the break. So that's pretty significant.
Right, and this is a significant geologist, Kevin Keough from Evergold Corp, who's been credited for the GT Gold discovery, and sharp geologist. For him to take note of that and make mention of it in the Q&A, I thought was just really right on, and really says a lot about what he thinks of you guys and what you're doing. You're certainly doing all the right boots on the ground. You're doing your surveys. You're doing everything right. And as always, it's in exploration. It takes a little bit of lady luck sometimes. And in our current market, it's been a little rough, and a lot of the lower end juniors are kind of suffering share price wise. But you're in the right area. You're doing the right things, and you're gonna be drilling here this summer. Now, when does drilling actually begin?
Well, we're positioning to start drilling probably the latter part of July, mid-August. We need to. We're still awaiting results, final results from a downhole IP survey that we're doing. We're about halfway done through that, and we're also commissioned an exploration target model study with SRK Canada and Roniker Mackenzie, our consultants. So the idea behind that is to integrate. We don't have enough There's only 70 holes drilled on the property to date. Just under 15,000 meters. Clearly not, and a lot of those aren't on the Allied Cyanide Gold Zone. So we clearly don't have enough for a formal resource estimate, but we certainly have enough to model the mineralization that we know to date, and then estimate to provide a range in terms of tons and grade through geostatistical or estimation, grade estimation routines. And that's what we're doing. And then we're also integrating, we've got 3D IP and geophysics over the entire property. So we've developed a number of extensional targets as well that aren't drilled yet, but everything that's been done around there shows that there's excellent potential for the Allied Cyanide Zone to step up, to expand outwards. So we doubled the size with 8 holes last year. I fully hope that we can do the same again this year with another 8 holes and double the size. You got to take some pretty bold step outs to do that, but you know, and I think we're doing the legwork and the homework to be able to support that.
I agree. No, and you got to do it. That's your job, and I think that's why I say you're doing it the right way. You're not taking it step by step. The methodology you're following is tried and true in that area of the world. So, yeah, I think it's just a matter of getting those drills going and see what we can get in that zone. Obviously, we were talking earlier before the interview began that at the current gold price, the producers are making money hand over fist, and they're loaded with cash and they need to replenish their reserves. There's no doubt about it. And you're in the right camp where many companies would be glad to acquire a discovery in that area. And, the nature of that whole system is high grade. So it's very encouraging, and I just want to point out with investors that this is the time to buy. The sharp people are buying right now. We're seeing the funds buy. We're seeing the major producers buying into the juniors, looking for a company that they could invest in or acquire if things worked out. So overall, you got a lot of things going for you. And I think it's just a matter of the market will change sooner or later, hopefully sooner rather than later. And that will help you in a big way once your drilling gets going. So, Brian, with what's happening, where do you see your company this fall after all the assays are in on your priority targets? Is there anything else that you want to prioritize moving forward in the future?
By the fall, I hope that we'd have concluded another significant drill program. Assays has always, that really hurt us this last year. Like we were waiting months, but we're not alone in that. But hopefully that's going to be addressed and resolved. And because you're putting out your results and then you're increasing market awareness and it's all good, but it's not sustainable. And then you got to wait 2 months to get more results. It's just not favorable. It's just not the way to really maximize things. So I'm hopeful that we won't have that as an issue. But like I said, I think with all the legwork we're doing right now, we're going to have a pretty good idea of where to drill and strategically locate holes. And I'm hopeful, like our corporate strategy is a 1 million ounce resource on Miller, and I fully I believe that the Allied Cyanide Gold Zone has that, and it just needs more drilling. And we've got 2 other cyanide stocks on the property that have exactly the same characteristics. So I think our exploration potential is really, really good. It's positive. It's just going to take drilling and do the legwork, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and you'll get those questions answered. We'll get the answer to those unanswered questions, and that'll lead you to the next priority. So, well, with that being said, let's cross our fingers, get some lady luck here, and get after it. And we'll see what you can update us with when the assays come out.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much,
Great.
Brian.
No, thanks.